In this video, I am going to analyze month of September for the broader markets, which is the S&P 500 index. That's where we have the most amount of data, and see what kind of historical insights we can get out of S&P 500 in September. Let's go to TradeWave. I'm going to select indices common, ticker symbol SPX. Let's select month of September. Already was set. First, I'm going to show you the extent of the data. We have 97 years. And right now the bar chart above, what is it showing? It's showing if you bought S&P 500 September 1st and got out of it on September 30th, last day, what would have been the performance of that trade each of the years since 1928. The big drop was 1931. It dropped 30% in just a 30-day period. Overall, you can see that the square is red up there. That means there are more down years than up years for month of September. Overall, 54% of the years were bearish for the month of September for the last 97 years. Let's go and take a look at consecutive years for this century, which would be 25 years. Here's month of September for the last 25 years. As you can see, 2024 was up 4.22%, and they were 4 consecutive years of negative for S&P 500 in month of September. So 2020, 2021, 2022, and 2023 were all had a negative month of September. Last time there were 4 consecutive negative years were 2000 through 2003. Otherwise, this was bullish. So this actually doesn't directly give us substantial amount of information, but now let's go back 1 month. I'm going to go to August. I made a video about this one last month. Again, this one is 52% of the years were bullish and 48% bearish. Pretty 50-50 shot. So seasonal probability is neutral in these cases. However, I thought the month was not going to be so bullish. It was up 3.56%. And the reason I had was because April 7th until beginning of August was just so strong that I thought it's going to take some kind of a breather, but it did not. And it kept going and made several new highs, S&P 500, and up 3.56% for the month of August, from beginning to the end. Now, I'm going to switch to P plus 1 years. For the ones that might not know what P plus 1 is, we also do analysis based on presidential election cycle. P plus 1 means the year after a presidential election, and if you look down here, you see that the years are 4 years apart. These are all P plus 1 years, and we take a look at that. Last P plus 1 that was a winner was 2021. And this year, 2025, was also a winner. 2 negatives in a row. 2009 was also positive by 1.79%, and 3 years of negative there also. And these are all for the month of August. I'm also going to click this. When I click this, all that happens is that you get trend chart from first day of the year to last day of the year instead of doing it from somewhere in the middle. I kind of like that that look. Now we're taking a look. This is August that we're looking at. As you can see, there's a downtrend here, which means that overall probability was starting down and then going neutral. But we're going to September now. And back there. So as you can see, it's fairly negative from up here, going all the way to the end of, actually, 3rd week of September, right there. See, there was a huge drop in 2001, but this is overall bearish, 62% of the years from the September 1st until September 21st. As you can see, 2001 was a big drop of almost 15%. 2021 was down 3.76%, but there were 3 years of positive before that, 2009 through 2017 for month of September. So what's going to happen this year? Well, the probability, historical probability gives us slightly higher possibility of down versus up. If you look up here, 2009 was a major up, 6.66%, 3.79, and 0.97. So besides this year of 2009, which was after that major drop of 2008, you don't see a massive move upwards during my month of September, even during bullish times, but you see substantial negative. So I would say that month of September is leaning negative. So chances are there's going to be some correction, but there's also a better reason for that, and that is this. If I go to the end of the year and then I set this beginning to this drop, look at that. I'm going to turn MFE on so you can see the flat year of 1977. As you can see, from 21st of September till end of the year on P plus 1 years, it's 101 days. Actually, I think it's 102. Yes, 102 days. It's been bullish. Last time it actually went down was 1973. It's been 1 year of flat, and every other year was not a substantial gain, but overall there was gain. But then look at this other bottom right there. That other bottom is October 27th. When you go to October 27th, suddenly this whole thing changes. Look at 1977. That was flat before. It has a gain of 3%. 1993 was up slightly, 0.4, yet it was up. But look at this. Last time S&P 500 went down from October 27th till end of the year on a PE plus 1 years is 1973. It's been bullish ever since. So I expect this to, the probability is substantially higher for this to repeat this year also. So if this is going to repeat, and the market since the bullish bottom of April 7th hasn't really taken a breather. So if it's going to take a breather, since market moves in waves, I would say the chances are the breather is going to happen in September, at least the first 3 weeks of September. So I see the first 3 weeks of September as bearish, fairly bearish. And then I expect this to repeat again come October 27th. However, the bullish moves do start slightly earlier, but it's really strong going toward the end of October. But I see September as negative. Is that guaranteed September going down? Absolutely not. Market does whatever market wants to do. And it might go straight up again. However, we work with probabilities, and I just showed you the probability of how it's been performing historically, and this is how we go by historical insights. Have a great trading month for month of September, and keep taking a look at our YouTube channel. There's going to be a lot more videos coming up, and also a lot more insights coming up.